Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This round, I'm going to be doing a review for all of Season 3 of Arrow. So yeah, very fast though. Originally, I was going to wear my DC shirt, but, it's in the laundry, so yeah. Whatever. So yeah, Season 3 has 23 episodes, and yeah, it's got 23 episodes, and it stars Stephen Amell, Suzanne Thomas, Willa Holland, um, David Ramsey, Colton Haynes, Emily Bettercard, Katie Cassidy, Kate Lotz, and James Marsden, I believe. I believe it's James Marsden. So yeah, and again, as I said before, 23 episodes. Just to go in order: Episode 1, The Calm; Episode 2, Sarah; Episode 3, Corto Maltese; Episode 4, The Magician; Episode 5, The Secret Origin of Felicity Smoke; Episode 6, Guilty; Episode 7, Draw Back Your Bow; Episode 8, The Brave and the Bold; Episode 9, The Climb; Episode 10, Left Behind; Episode 11, Midnight City; Episode 12, Uprising; Episode 13, Canaries; Episode 14, The Return; Episode 15, Nanda Parbat; Episode 16, The Offer; Episode 17, Suicidal Tendencies; Episode 18, Public Enemy; Episode 19, Broken Arrow; Episode 20, The Fallen; Episode 21, Al Tahim; Episode 22, This Is Your Sword; and Episode 23, My Name is Oliver Queen. So yeah. Before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those who have yet to actually watch the whole all of Season 3 in its entirety of Arrow. Stop the video, go check all of Season 3 and then come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch all of Season 3 and haven't already, for those who have yet to watch all of Season 3 and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that never gave you a fair warning, 'cause as usual I did. So yeah, so as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So basically throughout this whole season, you have Malcolm Marlin, and he's trying to convince Oliver Queen. He's basically trying to convince Oliver Queen, Malcolm Marlin is trying to convince Oliver Queen into doing his doings that came out wrong, but he's trying to help him be on good terms with Ras Al'Ghul, and Ras Al'Ghul is the overall enemy, huge bad guy throughout all the season. Ras Al'Ghul, he wants Oliver Queen to take his place as heir to the demon, and then throughout this whole season, you have small little subplots, such as Brick, I believe, David Brick or Daniel Brick. He's trying to conquer all of Starling City. They have to deal with the Flash from time to time because the Flash is not the Flash, for example. So there's that. They also have to figure out who killed Sarah towards the beginning of the season, which also leads into the stuff with the League of Assassins, Corto Maltese, Nanda Parbat, and Ras Al'Ghul, and that type of stuff. So yeah, and you also get some stuff going on with Diggle and his love life. He gets married, he has he already has a child, the daughter, but he gets married, and then he has to deal with the Suicide Squad in a couple episodes. So that's all pretty good. You have also Ronnie. You have Speedy. Arsenal. I mean, he has to go into hiding for parts of the season. You have Ray Palmer, who's now trying to become the Atom. So you also have these pretty interesting subplots throughout the whole season. So I mean, overall, I thought it was a pretty good season. Comparing them to the last two seasons, I think they're all on par. If I do say so myself. So yeah, I mean, I don't really think that. If you compare all three seasons, for me, I don't really think any of these seasons stand out, for my opinion. But still, season 3 is still a great addition to the show. It's a pretty good plot with Ras Al'Ghul. We don't see much out of Ras Al'Ghul, in my opinion. I mean, we saw him in the Batman movies, the Nolan trilogy, and we see him in some of the animated stuff. But I don't think we see Ras Al'Ghul that much, and when we do, it's usually with Batman, obviously. So it is pretty interesting to have, in this case, with Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow. That was pretty interesting in my opinion. The stuff with Sarah towards the beginning of the season, because they did kill her off. That was interesting, and then having her sister L'Oreal kind of filming the shoots of Sarah Black Canary. That's pretty cool. Good. You also have Quentin there, who's the father of L'Oreal. He's kind of oblivious, I want to say, towards the beginning of the season, to about halfway, towards about halfway into the season. He really doesn't know who the Green Arrow is, and he thinks Green Arrow is on his side, until he finally realizes who Green Arrow is, who the Arrow is, who Black Canary is, and how he's been cheated. So now he basically wants to take down the Arrow. So that was a pretty interesting spot. As usual, for the most part, the acting and the writing are, in my opinion, pretty good, pretty solid, pretty decent. My major complaint, if you've seen my reviews throughout the whole season, my major fucking complaint is Felicity. There's a bunch of episodes where she was annoying as all hell, and there's a bunch of episodes where she was actually pretty good, where she actually had a purpose. And my major complaint with her is that she, in about half of the season, for a good half of the season, she was crying and in denial for just the stupidest shit ever. I mean, there are stuff where she should be in denial, I can't believe Oliver Queen, I can't believe Oliver Queen has become the heir to the demon and stuff like this. I can't believe that. I understand, she can't believe it, but she has to accept the reality of the fact. She's just in denial for a bunch of it, and that really made Felicity not one of my favorite characters at all. She was really annoyed. And apparently, interestingly enough, the actress who portrays her, Ricard, Beth Ricard, what's her first name? Emily Beth Ricard, she agrees with what many fans of the show were saying, that Felicity became a pretty shitty character in this season because she cried a lot. All she did was bitch and complain. And the actress who portrays her, Emily Beth Ricard, she apparently agrees with this. And in season 4, she wants to try to better the character and make her not cry as much. She wants to make her more usable, if that's the correct proper word. She wants to make the character actually helpful and make her seem like she has a purpose. She doesn't want to be crying throughout the whole season. So, congratulations to the actress for actually knowing that there is something wrong with the character. I mean, I do want to say within the last 3, maybe 4 episodes, she actually did become pretty badass character. Because I'm pretty sure she killed at least 1 or 2 guys with her iPad. That was interesting. And she put on the Atom suit. So yeah, then you also have Ray Palmer becoming the Atom. That was interesting. That was interesting. Many people are going to compare him to Iron Man. It's gonna happen. Let's be honest. They're either gonna compare him to Iron Man or Ant-Man or both. Especially since the Ant-Man movie is coming out this weekend, and since Iron Man of Age of Ultron that came out about a month ago, and let's be honest, the suit looks a lot like the Iron Man suit. There's just no denying it. But still, I do think he's still a pretty good character in my opinion. He's pretty interesting. They did have a pretty interesting love triangle between Felicity, Ray Palmer, and Oliver Queen. And even after that, the love triangle was interesting, but at some point I just got annoyed of it because of Felicity. She was such a crappy character throughout the season. So yeah, besides Felicity, Oliver Queen, I did like his story throughout, him just being, again, your regular vigilante, trying to take down bad guys, when all of a sudden he has to be the heir to the demon. He has to figure out how to deal with Malcolm Merlin, his sister Talia, not knowing that, spoiler, his sister Talia killed Sarah, because she was under the Marie Curie. I don't know why. That's that thing that Roy was in season 2 or season 1, where he killed the officer, which he actually does deal with it in a couple episodes. So that's pretty cool. I don't know why, but I always want to call that potion or whatever Marie Curie, because it sounds a lot like it, like the name. I know Marie Curie is an actual person, radiation or something like that. So whatever. So that was interesting. You also have some pretty interesting stuff with the Suicide Squad. Did go on a mission with Suicide Squad. That was a pretty good episode. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty interesting, having to focus off of Arrow, Team Arrow, and actually having on Suicide Squad. That was pretty good. Something that I didn't really believe that really interesting because I've never seen, aside from like Game of Thrones, I've never really heard or seen a show that actually had the balls to actually kill off one of the main characters, and they killed off Oliver Queen like halfway through the season. I mean, yes, they did bring him back, and you knew they were gonna bring him back, but just the initial shock of them even doing that to begin with, that was amazing, and I really do have to commend them for that. You also have the Flash in some of the episodes. That's pretty good. You know, you had a metahuman like in one or two of the episodes. That was interesting. That was really good. So yeah, when they had the crossovers between Flash and Arrow, you know, everybody kind of connected with someone. You know, you have Felicity and Oliver. They connected with Barry, and then Felicity also connected with Caitlin. Cisco connected with Ray Palmer. You know, and they were good friends at the end. So that was pretty cool. Harrison Wells or Ilbar Thong, whatever, he kind of connected with everybody, but again, he's manipulative. So there's that. I mean, overall, I do think it was a pretty solid season. I mean, there are a few plot elements that I think just kind of went nowhere, really had no purpose, such as the stuff with Daniel or Damien Brick or whatever, like within like, yeah, the stuff with like Brick, which was from like episode 14 to like 17. I think that kind of just went nowhere. It was pretty cool at the moment, but I feel like it really didn't go anywhere. But the stuff with Sarah, that was pretty cool. You know, developing the character. For L'Oreal, eventually her becoming the Black Widow, that was interesting. The ending to the overall season, and I complained about this in my review for My Name Is Oliver Queen, where I thought the ending was just predictable and really Hollywood-ish, and to some extent that is also the ending of season 3. So in that logic, the ending, in my opinion, is predictable and Hollywood-ish because everybody gets what they want, and everybody for the most part has a pretty happy ending. So I mean, yeah, I mean, even it's pretty funny because also Oliver Queen, the character, he says at the end, like the last scene, he's like, can I tell you something towards Felicity? He's like, can I tell you something? I feel happy, and it's strange. He said something like that, so it's, I mean, it's good, but Hollywood-ish ending. I mean, is there really anything else to talk about? I mean, pretty good. I mean, there are a few episodes where they were kind of just like, eh. There's some pretty good episodes that were like fantastic, and then there's some episodes that were just in between. I do have to say that I did enjoy The Flash a lot more, but The Arrow still pretty good, still a pretty good show. I mean, again, my major complaints, Felicity and some plot, and Felicity for sure, her character arc was just all over the place. So there's that. There are some there are some plot points such as the Brick stuff, for example, or some of the stuff with Malcolm Merlin and Thea that I just feel kind of went nowhere. There's that. I mean, the flashbacks, they were for the most part pretty cool. They killed off Maseo towards the end. That was interesting. That was really cool. They killed off Akiro, his son. That was also pretty cool. Good. We were expecting it, but I mean, the death of Akiro, whatever. Akio, whatever. His little boy. That we all expected that at some point. Maseo, that was a different story. I don't think anybody From what I know, some people did expect his death. They just didn't expect it when it happened. So that was pretty cool. And then at the end of the season, you have Malcolm Merlin, who now becomes heir to the demon Ras Al'Ghul because of the plan he and Oliver did to take down Ras Al'Ghul. And the fight between Oliver Queen and Ras Al'Ghul, that was pretty good. I mean, again, it has some pretty good moments throughout the season. Pretty good. Overall, though, really great season in my opinion. Again, it had its ups, had its downs. Overall, though, fantastic season in my opinion. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10 for season 3 of Arrow, and that's my thoughts on it. 8.5 out of 10 is what I'd give season 3 of Arrow, and that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you guys want to check out more of my stuff. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the season, and which was your favorite episode or story arc of the season. I did like the last couple episodes. You know, like from episode 20 to 23. I thought that was pretty good. The stuff with Suicide Squad, that was pretty good. The stuff with Sarah, that was pretty good in my opinion. The season finale and season premiere, that was fantastic. So yeah, but what were your favorite episodes of the season? And aside from that, that's basically it for now. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.